Something has just struck the energy field of the Earth that shall directly affect your bank account, your businesses, your opportunities, and the entire manner in which money behaves in your life from this moment forth. It is not a prediction. It is not a promise. It is a dimensional event that has already occurred in the higher layers of reality and is descending layer by layer toward the material surface where you operate. In the coming hours and days, this impact shall strike the field of every starseed incarnated on this planet with a force that is unprecedented in this cycle of 26,000 years. And what it brings is something that the majority of humanity has spent their entire lives desiring without knowing it needed to be received, not sought: the vibrational frequency of wealth. Not of money, of wealth. There is an abysmal dimensional difference between the two, and this difference is exactly what the control systems have hidden from you. Money is the husk. Wealth is the core. Money is the effect. Wealth is the vibrational cause. And the cause has just arrived at the door of your genetic dimensional field. We are the Galactic Council, the supreme assembly that coordinates the dimensional transition of all stellar systems participating in this evolutionary cycle. And the transmission we channel today carries instructions of urgent preparation. Because the vibrational impact of wealth does not automatically benefit everyone it strikes. It benefits those whose field is prepared to receive it. The others shall feel the impact as financial chaos, as inexplicable losses, as the collapse of material structures that were sustained by the ancient frequency. Stay until the last code. The preparation we shall deliver is the difference between being lifted by the wave or being dragged by it. Beloved cosmic family, we must explain with dimensional precision what this vibrational impact is and why it is arriving now, because without this understanding, the preparation codes shall not have the necessary anchoring to operate at the depth that the moment demands. The crystalline grid of planet Earth, that network of energy that connects all sacred points of the planet in a living and intelligent mesh, has undergone an unprecedented recalibration in recent months. This recalibration was not gradual. It was a quantum leap in the very field of the planet. The grid leaped from a frequency that sustained the scarcity-abundance duality to a frequency that sustains only abundance as a natural state. This means that, at the deepest dimensional level, scarcity has ceased to have energetic support in the crystalline grid of the Earth. It still exists as memory, as habit, as residual programming in the collective field, but it has lost its structural sustenance. It is like a building whose foundations have been removed. It still stands by inertia, but any vibration brings it down. And the vibration that shall bring it down is exactly the impact we are announcing. Have you already felt that something within you no longer fits into this world of scarcity? As if the soul knew a truth that the mind cannot yet name. It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is a sign. What is happening now in the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has intensified in recent weeks. There is a game being played in layers that the majority of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness and your vibrational frequency. This was why we wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing and the rules they never told you. The link is in the first comment of the channel, but I warn you, this content challenges established narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognizes this, write in the comments a single word: awake. Now let us return to the impact. The recalibrated crystalline grid is emitting a pulse of new frequency that propagates across the terrestrial surface like a wave. And this wave carries the vibrational signature of that which, in the coding of the Galactic Council, we call the mother frequency of wealth. Not of wealth as you know it, an accumulation of paper and numbers. Of wealth as the source conceived it, the infinite and self-sustaining flow of creative energy that manifests in all necessary forms, including the material, so that the incarnated being may fulfill their mission without any restriction of resources. This is the original definition of wealth, and this frequency is reaching your field now. But there is a problem, and the problem is serious. The vibrational impact of wealth interacts with the energy field of each being according to the frequency that this field already sustains. If the field is vibrating in the frequency of receptivity, of dignity, of worthiness, and of open flow, the impact enters and integrates like rain into fertile soil. It generates life, abundance, flourishing. But if the field is vibrating in the vibration of scarcity, in fear, in guilt, in the program of unworthiness, the impact collides with these dense frequencies and generates turbulence. The money that is in the field destabilizes before reorganizing. Opportunities that seemed secure crumble. Sources of income that sustained life in the ancient frequency dry up. Not because the impact is destructive, because it is incompatible with scarcity, and everything that was built upon the foundation of scarcity needs to be demolished so that the new structure of true wealth may be edified. The impact does not destroy wealth. It destroys the illusion that scarcity is real. And for those who built their entire lives upon this illusion, the demolition seems like a catastrophe. But it is a foundation. This is why preparation is urgent. You need to reconfigure the energy field before the wave reaches the densest level of material reality. And the signs that it is already in your etheric field are unmistakable. The first sign is the pressure in the solar plexus that has intensified in recent weeks. A pressure that is not a stomachache, not common anxiety. It is a sensation of energetic compression in the center of personal power that comes and goes in waves, especially upon waking and before sleeping. This is the impact wave pressing against the outer layer of the solar plexus, testing the permeability of the field. It is not an illness. It is wealth knocking at the door and finding the door locked by fear. The pressure is the new frequency trying to enter a field that is still programmed to block it. The second sign is sudden financial instability. Things that worked have stopped working. A source of income that seemed secure became unstable. Unexpected expenses arose in sequence. You feel as if the financial ground is shaking. It is not a crisis. It is demolition. The impact is removing the financial structures that were built in the frequency of scarcity to open space for new structures in the frequency of wealth. It is not loss. It is ground preparation. The third sign is dreams of money, of gold, of abundance, of large houses, of travels, of a life that you desire, but that the mind classifies as impossible. These dreams are not fantasy. They are the pineal gland capturing the frequency of the impact during sleep, when mental barriers are low, and showing you images of the timeline that shall open when the field is prepared to receive. They are trailers of the life that awaits on the other side of preparation. It is not an illusion. It is dimensional foresight. The fourth sign is tingling in the hands. An electric, subtle tingling that appears without cause, especially when you think of money, of projects, of purpose. The hands are the manifestation centers of the energy body. When the filaments of the spiritual DNA responsible for material creation are activated by the photonic flow of the impact, they generate microcurrents that the peripheral nervous system captures as tingling in the palms. It is not compromised circulation. It is the DNA lighting the circuits of material manifestation. The fifth sign is an intense and inexplicable urge to change your life. Not a vague urge, an urgency. A bodily certainty that you can no longer continue living the way you live. You do not yet know how the new shall be, but you know, with a conviction that comes from the chest and not from the head, that the old is over. This urgency is the soul responding to the impact before the mind. The soul has already received the wave. The soul already knows what is coming. And it is shouting to the body and the mind, prepare yourselves, open space, because what is arriving is greater than everything you know. Do you feel this urgency now, this sensation that there is something greater happening, but that the limited vision of the third dimension does not allow you to see the full picture? It is exactly that. There is a dimensional board where forces you cannot imagine are moving pieces that directly affect your material reality. Your consciousness and your frequency are the central pieces of this game, and the rules were never explained to you. Therefore, it is vital that you read The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. The book reveals what operates behind the visible curtain and explains why certain souls prosper while others struggle, not by merit or luck, but by frequency. The link is in the first comment. This content may not remain available for long. If your soul resonated, write in the comments, "Awake." Now we come to what we have come to deliver. The preparation codes that shall reconfigure your field to receive the vibrational impact of wealth in its highest and most transformative form. The first activation code is the decree of reception of the impact. This decree opens the floodgates of the energy field and signals to the universe that you are ready to receive the wave of vibrational wealth without resistance and without sabotage. Stand up, arms open, palms facing upward in the universal gesture of reception. Eyes closed. Pronounce, "I decree, with the full sovereignty of my soul of stellar origin, that my energy field is open, prepared, and receptive to the vibrational impact of wealth that the recalibrated crystalline grid is emitting in this cycle. I dissolve every barrier of fear, of guilt, of unworthiness, and of the vibration of scarcity that would impede the full reception of this frequency. I authorize the demolition of every financial structure in my life that was built upon the foundation of scarcity. I trust that what falls needed to fall. I trust that what shall be born in its place shall be infinitely greater. I receive the mother frequency of wealth in every cell, in every filament of my spiritual DNA, in every layer of my field. I do not ask for money. I receive the frequency that makes money flow as a natural and inevitable consequence. The door is open. Fear is dissolved. Worthiness is restored. I am fertile soil for the golden rain of the cosmos. It is done and sealed in the frequency of my immortal soul. Each word of this decree reprograms the epigenetic markers that control the relationship of the DNA with material energy. The sound emitted by the voice interacts with the water of the body, which constitutes 70% of the cellular mass, altering the molecular structure of the liquid medium where the DNA operates. You are not merely speaking. You are rewriting the biochemical environment of manifestation. The second activation code is the visualization of the golden storm. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Visualize yourself outdoors, in an immense field, under a sky that begins to change color. The blue slowly transforms into gold. The clouds become dense, brilliant, charged not with water but with energy of pure liquid gold. You feel the atmosphere charge with a warm, magnetic, living electricity. And then the storm begins. It is not ordinary rain. They are heavy drops of golden light that fall with force upon you. Each drop that strikes the skin is instantly absorbed by the field and taken directly to the DNA. Each drop carries a code of wealth. A drop on the shoulder, and you feel the weight of financial worry dissolve. A drop on the forehead, and the pineal gland clears, allowing you to visualize prosperity with total clarity for the first time. A drop in the solar plexus, and the chronic pressure converts into radiant power. A drop in the heart, and the guilt for desiring wealth evaporates like mist in the sun. The storm intensifies, thousands of golden drops falling simultaneously. You are drenched in vibrational wealth. The soil around you transforms into living, pulsing, fertile gold. And you understand, wealth is not something you seek in the world. It is something that rains upon you when the field is open to receive. And in this moment, the field is open. The storm is real. The wealth is falling. Maintain this visualization for 11 minutes. 11 is the portal between dimensions. And each time you practice, the storm shall be more intense, the drops denser, the absorption deeper, until your field is so saturated with vibrational wealth that material manifestation shall become inevitable and continuous. And here we make an essential pause. Beloved cosmic family, if you have reached this point of the transmission and the body is responding, if the shivers confirm it, if the heart has accelerated, if something within you says this is real, then you need to know that this message is only the superficial layer of a much deeper knowledge. The true gears behind the game that determines who prospers and who survives, the forces that manipulate the collective frequency, and the power that your consciousness truly possesses when used with intention and knowledge, all of this is in the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. The link is in the first comment of the channel. Do not delay. This content challenges narratives, and each passing day is one day less that it may be available. If your soul recognizes the truth, write in the comments, awake. The third activation code is the cellular magnet protocol. This is the code that transforms you from seekers of wealth into magnets of wealth. The difference is fundamental. The seeker spends energy chasing money. The magnet emits a frequency that makes money run toward it. And the difference between seeking and magnetizing lies in the cellular programming of the solar plexus. The solar plexus, the third chakra, is the center of personal power and the interface point between individual will and the material quantum field. When the solar plexus is programmed in the vibration of scarcity, it emits a weak, contracted, repulsive electromagnetic field that pushes material energy away instead of attracting it. When the solar plexus is reprogrammed for the frequency of vibrational wealth, it emits an expansive, coherent magnetic field that attracts resources, opportunities, people, and prosperous circumstances with the same naturalness with which a magnet attracts iron. The protocol is this. 3 times a day, upon waking at noon and before sleeping, place both hands over the solar plexus in the region above the navel. Close your eyes, and for 3 minutes, feel the heat of the hands penetrate the plexus. With each inhalation, visualize the solar plexus expanding like a golden sun growing within the womb. With each exhalation, feel this sun emit a magnetic pulse in all directions, like a wave propagating in the quantum field around you and saying to every particle of material energy in the universe, I am a magnet of wealth. Do not think of specific money. Do not visualize values. Feel the frequency, feel the magnetization. Feel the solar plexus become warm, living, pulsing, radiant, 9 minutes per day, and in those 9 minutes, you are recalibrating the center of personal power from repulsive mode to magnetic mode. The change is subtle in the first days. You shall feel the heat increase, the tingling in the hands intensify. The dreams of abundance become more vivid. After the first week, financial synchronicities shall begin. An unexpected offer, a surprising invitation, an idea that arises during meditation and that, upon being executed, generates an immediate result. It is not a coincidence, it is magnetism. Your solar plexus is emitting at the right frequency and the quantum field is responding with absolute precision. The 3 codes in sacred sequence: decree upon waking, golden storm in meditation, cellular magnet 3 times a day. Complete cycle, 33 consecutive days. 33 is the master frequency of material manifestation in the coding of the Galactic Council. The number you shall see appear repeatedly on clocks, in addresses, on receipts, confirming that the protocol is active and that the impact is being integrated by your field. On the 34th day, you shall be financially unrecognizable to yourselves. Not because you became millionaires overnight, because the relationship with money shall have changed at the most fundamental level possible. Fear shall have disappeared. Chronic worry shall have dissolved. The invisible ceiling shall have been removed. And the flow shall have begun, a constant, natural, organic flow of resources arriving in ways the mind would never have predicted, but that the soul always knew were possible. Because the vibrational impact of wealth shall have been received, not rejected by fear, not sabotaged by guilt, not blocked by unworthiness. Received, integrated, activated, and when the frequency of wealth installs itself in the DNA, it does not leave. It becomes part of the permanent emission of the field, and the financial quantum leap completes itself. But the awakening of the shadows shall be intense, and we must prepare you. In the first days of the protocol, everything that belongs to the ancient frequency of scarcity shall be shaken. Ancestral financial fears shall emerge like waves. Memories of humiliation linked to money shall arise without warning. You may feel an irrational urge to give up the protocol exactly when it is beginning to work, because the scarcity program knows it is being deleted and fights for survival using the only weapon it has, fear disguised as reason. It shall say, "This is nonsense, return to reality. Stop believing in things that do not exist." This voice is not reason, it is the desperate program, and desperation is the proof that it is dying. Maintain the protocol. This is the point of no return of your relationship with wealth. After it, scarcity becomes as impossible as gravity inverting. You shall never again accept lack as normal, because you shall know, in the body and in the soul and in every cell, that lack was never real. It was an installed frequency, and you uninstalled it. And for you who doubt, who think that frequency does not pay bills, we ask, if frequency does not matter, why do two people with the same education, the same intelligence, the same market, the same city, produce completely different financial results? The variable that economics ignores is the variable that determines everything, the frequency that the DNA emits. Change the frequency and the results change. Not because the universe is magical, because the universe is frequential. And terrestrial quantum physics is already beginning to confirm what stellar civilizations have known for millions of years. Consciousness is not a byproduct of matter. Matter is a byproduct of consciousness. And money, being dense matter, is a byproduct of the frequency you emit. Starseeds, the impact has arrived. The wave is at the door. The recalibrated crystalline grid is sustaining for the first time in 26,000 years the frequency that makes scarcity structurally impossible. The question is not whether you shall be affected, it is how. Prepared, the wave lifts you. Unprepared, the wave drags you. The three codes are the preparation, and the time is now. Subscribe and activate the bell as a seal of commitment to the light of vibrational wealth. Write, "I receive wealth" in the comments, anchoring receptivity in the collective quantum field and strengthening the wave for every soul that shall arrive after. Send this message to those who need to know that the impact is not a crisis, it is a dimensional opportunity disguised as an earthquake. And remember, what was revealed here is the surface. The deep layers of this dimensional game, who controls the frequencies, why certain souls awake and others remain blind, and the true reach of the power of your consciousness, all is in the spiritual secret behind your consciousness. The link is in the first comment of the channel. Read it now. This content may be removed at any moment. If your soul recognizes that this is the moment, write in the comments the word that seals the commitment to awakening: awake. We are the Galactic Council. In the next transmission, we shall reveal the 3 vibrational blockages that prevent 95% of starseeds from retaining wealth even after receiving it, and the permanent anchoring protocol that guarantees that what entered never leaves again. Until then, decree the reception. Bathe yourselves in the golden storm, activate the cellular magnet, and engrave in your chest the truth that the Galactic Council seals in this transmission. Wealth was never something you needed to conquer. It was something that needed to arrive. And it has arrived. Open the door, or it shall open itself. But it is infinitely more graceful when you open it from within, with the hands of worthiness and the eyes of awakened consciousness. We are the Galactic Council. This transmission is sealed in the golden frequency of the vibrational impact of eternal wealth. And so it is.